All right, welcome to another episode of the Real Life Reddells. My name is Bryce Reddell, and today we are going to do another collab with Mr. Oddjob. Okay, so we had a customer contact us, and they had a patio cover that they needed torn down. And so what had happened was they'd had it built years ago. It was insulated foam roofing panels. Stay out of that. Lucy's over here sniffing and stuff. Lucy? Oh, never mind. She gone. So anyway, this customer had these insulated panels. Their original intention was to go ahead and build a sunroom, extend and enclose that whole patio. But pretty much as soon as the thing was built, it started leaking. And they said when it rained, literally they had to put a wheelbarrow on the back patio because water was just pouring through. And they reached out to the guy that owned the company that had installed it and never heard back from him, and then figured out why they never heard back from him, because he'd been murdered. Yeah. So, it's just been a mess for him. It's been a horrible experience, and a lot of it had to do with the pitch. It hardly had any slope to it at all. It might as well have been a flat roof, which isn't great for those because they're not designed for water to sit on top of them, because it will find a way down some way. All right, so it is Saturday, August 31st. It is 6:55 in the morning. I'm sitting in front of the customer's house. Now here's what's funny. Mr. Oddjob is actually on a tractor doing some bush hogging this morning. But he will be over here later this morning to help us out with this. I got two high school kids that are fixing to show up here in a second. This may be them driving towards me. So we're all gonna jump in this truck, drive out to Mr. Oddjob's place, pick up the big haul-away trailer. Can't tell if that's done. Nope, just somebody driving really slow. Maybe that is them. I did have one little incident where a piece of the sheet metal grazed my neck just like a razor burn. I mean, I thought I was gonna have to go to the hospital and get stitches. I just knew I was gonna be gushing blood because it hurt. But it just literally just fell like that, and I caught it. Didn't happen out at the job site. It happened in the trailer afterwards. You gotta love that safety. All right, Mr. Oddjob, what are we doing? Well, hey, let's ask it this way. What did we do?
I've been bush hogging all day, but tearing this roof down while saving the woman's house, saving her glass, and we've got one last piece that's giving us a little bit of trouble here.
Look at that, not one cracked window. We aren't even jinxing ourselves.
Gotta say that.
I was gonna say, you're the only way up there, so, you know. It's steel, it's fine.
It's hot up here.
You know why I got him to go up there.
Hey, you know it sucks
No. Vacuums.
That's we can't just sit back here because I brought a tractor. That'd be great.
Just to tear it down, but then we'd break a window.
I was thinking about that.
So far, that is what we got. 9 panels in all, and they were never sealed properly from the top with any kind of flashing or flex seal, anything like that. So all that water just traveled right down in there, brought it out the OSB on the bottom. So, there we go. So today we have been tearing down a patio cover. So, whew, we got our 2 teenagers helping us again. We got everything but the last panel taken out, so that's what we're working on. Whew. So last week he was a monkey because he liked to jump and climb. This week he's a camel because he's got his camel pack on.
Hey, you tell everybody he got a raise?
I mean, he did.
Both of them did.
They got a $50 raise this week each. There is one thing to point out in this video. You'll see I'm up on the roof and we're on the last panel. And one of the high school boys gets up on the ladder. I don't know why he got up on the ladder. And you'll see I kind of look at him and I make him move the ladder and get away because we're fixing to push the last panel and the 2 panels that are leaning up against that beam. Our intention was to pry it away from the house and let it take out the posts and that beam out there on the outside edge of the patio. And we knew it was going to fall over. And so I told him to get himself and the ladder away because this thing's fixed to fall down there. So he does. And then I turn around and walk over and start to pry it. And for whatever reason, he moves the ladder right back up against it. And so when we pushed the patio over, it crushed my multi-position ladder, bent it. And I was just sitting there going, what in the world? But other than that, there were no incidents and everything went perfectly according to plan. Yeah, so the battery died in the middle of filming that last part. So anyway, structure is down. That is ugly as all get up, but we're just putting a little bit of temporary flashing up just so that no water gets into that wall. She is gonna have somebody come back and do a new patio cover the right way. We've already made some recommendations as to who we think should do it. Ironically, it's not us. So anyway, boom. And we didn't have to tear up a floor this time. I've already showered, cleaned up, changed clothes. So not bad for a Saturday morning. Chase already ran off. He's going to another project to do a bid for a customer. And the lady that we just tore that down for is having me come back out Thursday. Basically, and some of you may have this in your homes, what's happened is the sheetrock in her garage has started to kind of droop. And the reason for that is not that the sheetrock's bad. The reason is a lot of builders, if they're not really good framers, what they'll do is there's usually some kind of a header beam that goes through the middle of that garage. And a lot of times it'll hold up a peak, a gable, something up at the top. And what happens over time is that those ceiling joists that run across the width of your garage start to droop because the framer didn't actually attach them to that header beam. And so what happens is as they droop, the sheetrock droops. And I told the customer the same thing. What's going to happen is when I go in there, I'm basically going to use a 2x6, screw it down to all of those joists, and then put a series of clamps to basically close the gap between that header beam and those joists. Basically catch the bottom of that 2x6 and catch the top of the header beam and pull them together, and then we'll toenail all of those joists into that header beam with screws so it holds. And what's going to end up happening is all the screws or the nails or whatever they use for the sheetrock are going to pop out the bottom of that sheetrock as it gets pulled up. And we'll basically just have to go back and mud and tape and do all that fun stuff. So anyway, so I'm going to be climbing around a hot attic Thursday. Hey, I'm getting paid for it. It's good. And we're getting to help somebody get their house fixed up. So, like I said, Chase isn't here to do this outro with me. He is off quoting another project. So I'm gonna head to the bank, deposit these checks, and enjoy the rest of this Labor Day weekend with my family. So thanks for watching. Hey, do encourage you guys, feel free to share these videos, especially if there's somebody who may have a kind of a challenging project. You can leave comments down below if you've got questions about how we do things, or if there's some kind of an issue that you're dealing with in your home and you're wanting to know how to fix it. I love a challenge. Even if I'm nowhere near you, I'd love to at least be able to do a little bit of research and offer some solutions and suggestions. So please feel free to comment. If you haven't already, click subscribe. We've got a lot of projects, and I will tell y'all right now, the workshop that we've been doing since the beginning of this series, we have not forgotten it. We have not left it behind. Kind of like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, how every movie builds on the next and they all combine to make something better, and like Godzilla's Monsterverse, how that all builds and connects. Each of these projects, especially these collabs that we've been doing with Mr. Oddjob, there's something very cool in the works where something from each of those episodes is about to come together and make something very, very cool in our workshop. And I don't think it's too hard to kind of figure out what that might be. Anyway, click subscribe, click the bell to be notified anytime we upload new content. We do have a very cool video that we've already filmed, and I'm in the process of editing it. We'll probably post that either Monday or Tuesday here of Labor Day. Husbands and wives will want to watch this, and grandparents will probably want to watch it and share it with children, because I have very strong opinions about a husband and a wife and who should do what in the home. And yes, I know that's controversial, but don't judge me. Watch the episode. You may be very pleasantly surprised. So, or you may be shocked and abhorred and think I'm the most cityfied person ever. Who knows? We'll see. Anyway, again, thanks for watching. Hope y'all have enjoyed this one. Feel free to share, and we'll see you next episode.